Let's see if third time is the charm. You guys, this is the third take of this video. I have gotten halfway in twice, and I had somebody come to the door and then my husband come upstairs in the middle of his or just after he finished his conference call, and this microphone picks up everything. So trying to do this in one take. Let's see if we could do it this time. Hello, welcome. If you are new here, my name is Amanda Willis. I empower families to wellness authentically through biblically rooted principles, and on this channel I love to share with you guys a lot of the products that we use that help to make that journey a little simpler, because it's one thing to learn, okay, these are some good steps to take, and then it's another to have to go do the research and find the companies that not only have good products, but products that work. And so I share with you guys ones that we use day in and day out. I have been on this journey for over 20 years, and some of these companies, like Young Living, I have been using for over 10 years. And so we use them daily in our home. So many of these things I will explain as I unbox the orders with you, which products I use on a regular basis, which ones we kind of keep on hand for just in case. And I love to explain in my unboxing videos a lot of how the product works. Sometimes I try to vary it up some each month, so I'm not saying the exact same thing on the products that we order all the time. And hopefully you learn something new. If you've been around for a while, thank you for taking time to watch these videos. I appreciate you being here, for being a subscriber, and I always love getting to know you guys down in the comments. So if you're new, introduce yourself. If you've been around for a while and you haven't introduced yourself, please do so. I love to get to know you guys down there. And without further ado, let's dive into our October Young Living Loyalty Rewards orders. And now I say our because both my husband and I have a Young Living account. So we do a loyalty order on each of them, and we are at the point where we earn 25% back in points on each of our accounts. So you actually get really quickly to build up to 20% back. So with Young Living, if you're new to the loyalty rewards concept, it's a subscription, but you get to completely adjust everything about it each month. So you can change the amount, you can change the date it processes, you can change exactly what's in it, and nothing has to stay the same. It can be completely different every month, and frequently ours are. And then there are products that we order very regularly because we just use them every day and we need them. So you will see repeats as well. But the first 3 months of loyalty rewards, you get 10% back in points. And then your fourth month on, you get 20% back. Also, your first time joining loyalty rewards, you get a free diffuser on your second month. And then once you hit 2 years, you're then getting, I believe it's your 25th month is when you start earning 25% back, and that's on your orders going forward. So there's not another tier above the 25% back, but that's pretty generous. That's in addition to the wholesale discount and in addition to the gifts with purchase and all of those things. So it is hands down the best way to order with Young Living. You will hear me frequently talk about the value that Young Living brings, and how it's funny when I hear people talk about like, oh, it's so expensive, or this price or that price. I'm always quick to jump in and ask, like, tell me how you're using that product. Tell me what are you replacing with it? Those kind of things, because we have found our budget stretches further using Young Living products than it has when I order supplements, because I'm going to take supplements, whether they're from Young Living or somewhere else. But most of mine are 99% of my supplements come from Young Living because they have some that work the best. Okay, let's dive in. We need to keep going. All right. So sulfurzyme, you guys, this is one every day. Both Chris and I take this daily, and it is MSM, which is a form of sulfur, along with the Ningxia wolfberry infused in here. It comes in a powder and a capsule. I like to use the powder just because I like to kind of change up the amount that we take each day, and I mix it into our red drinks. So it's not additional capsules for us to take. If you want the capsule, it's the same thing, no worries. I think the one difference is this does have the fructooligosaccharides in here too, FOS, which is a good prebiotic form. So you're missing that if you take it in the capsule, but you're getting all the rest of the benefits. So we mix this in with our Ningxia Red drink. Your MSM is going to be a precursor to glutathione in your body. Glutathione is your body's master detoxifier. So we are exposed to so many things in our environment today that I really like to make sure I'm taking sulfurzyme every day to help my body in pulling out all of those contaminants that we're breathing in our air, anytime we walk outside and into other environments other than our own home, where we are super careful about what crosses the threshold of our door. Okay, so sulfurzyme is a daily for us. Super C chewables. Young Living has two different vitamin C supplements. They have Super C chewable and Super C tablets. The tablets are actually free this month at the 300 PV level with any order. So whether you're doing a one-time order and grabbing a bunch of the new holiday stuff, which you guys, there's some really beautiful scents that are in there. Or if you're doing just the your loyalty rewards order at 300 PV, either way you can snag that one. That one I like to reserve for acute needs when I really want to get up to bowel tolerance with Super C, because I'm wanting to flush my body with it for, like I said, an acute need. However, for my regular daily use, and the majority of the time, I'm taking Super C chewable. And that's because Super C chewable is made from whole foods. So you've got camu in here, you've got rose hip in here, and you've got your acerola cherry, along with a bunch of citrus bioflavonoids and then some citrus essential oils as well, which really help that vitamin C to actually penetrate into the cells. And it's also a chewable, which for me is just kind of fun and brings back those childhood memories, like in a good way. Do you remember taking Flintstone vitamins? Anybody else on here? I'd love to know. Tell me, did you take Flintstone vitamins? I would not recommend them today, knowing what I know now. But as a kid, we thought they were the best thing, right? Like our parents thought they were the best because that's how they were marketed for a long time. But much superior in quality. However, the chewable just reminds me of that. Okay, then Super B, you guys, my favorite B complex. This has the methylated forms of your B vitamins in here. It also has some nutmeg essential oil, which is really great for helping to support the adrenals, and also, again, to help the vitamins actually go into the cells. Now, I have found personally, I have been needing less and less Super B, and I used to take a whole lot of Super B, and you may have noticed, I don't know, maybe you haven't, if you've been around here for a while, that I was buying like 2 bottles, 3 bottles a month, and now I've been slowing down and not even getting it every month. And we're still using Super B. I still will use it when my body needs a little extra support, but because of something else we're doing with B vitamins, which I'll share in a little bit, and then as well as really dialing in on the Weston A. Price diet here in our home, I've been noticing with the more organ meats, I'm getting more B vitamins in my diet, and my gut's doing a better job absorbing them, and I'm not needing as many from a supplement, which is awesome, right? Because your supplements are meant to supplement. So I'm not flying through them as fast. We've still got them. My husband's still taking them regularly. So that's there. Since I already mentioned that, let's go on to the Ningxia Nitro. So this is what I was mentioning with the other Bs. Ningxia Nitro is labeled as a cognitive support. I would say that's the most accurate. I would also kind of say an energy lift, but it's not an energy drink. It's not giving your body something like, it's not a caffeine spike that you're then gonna tank with, right? It is Korean ginseng, yerba mate, D rooibos, choline, a bunch of, there's some methylated B vitamins in there. You've got your essential oils like nutmeg and black pepper and things to really support your adrenal system as well, and to give your body the ingredients it needs to produce that energy and focus on its own. So it's really a support versus like an energy drink that gives you the energy itself. Does that make sense? So there are some B vitamins in here as well. These are the sachets. Apparently on the last recording, I never put this one back. see if I can make it through this. This is the spot. Every time, you guys, that I've gotten interrupted has been in the middle of Ninja Nitro. Let's see if we can make it through. So the sachets, what I like to do with these now, this is a trick I learned from my friend Anne. I think she taught me this at convention last year or just after convention. I will now take my nitro and I will put this into my Ninja Red bottle. So my bottle of Ninja, which we didn't order any this month, we got a big loyalty order of it last month, and probably next month too, I'll do the special bundle. But the you want to empty your bottle a little bit. So I take a little bit of Ninja out of the bottle first, and then, so there's space, and then I put 3 to 4 packets of nitro in there. That way, both my husband and I, as I shake up the bottle and pour out our daily red drink from there, excuse me, we both get some benefits of nitro. Now, we're not getting the full dose every day, but this is one of those budget stretchers where it's like, yes, I would love to take a full packet and have my husband take a full packet every day. I think that would be amazing for us. Right now, it doesn't make sense in our budget if we want to stay as well-rounded with our other things as well. And so this is where you can stretch them. This is where I say, how are you using products, right? Let's make them go the farthest. So I love that you can do that. I also will typically keep a couple of these in my purse. And then I do have one for each day in my go bag and my husband's go bag. So our bug out bags that we have every day has some nitro in it as well. Because I figure if we're in a situation where we need our go bags, then our adrenals probably need some extra support. So I have those in there as well. But that's Ninja Nitro for you. And then the very last nutritional in this month's order that I got is Inner Defense. Now, Inner Defense, if you've been following along for a while, you know we keep 2 bottles of this on hand at all times. And it's really wonderful for supporting your body's inner defenses. I didn't say this on this video already, did I? You guys, if I already, I hope I didn't say it and put it down. I'm gonna keep going, and if I did, I'm so sorry if I'm repeating myself on Inner Defense. I promise I'll try to keep it kind of short. But Thieves Essential Oil, you've got coconut oil, thyme, oregano in here, lots of things to really support your body's natural inner defenses. And yeah, I'm gonna cut it short just in case, because I'm a little worried that maybe on this video I've already said it, but it's hard to tell since it's the 3rd take. Okay, so moving right along from our nutritionals this month, you guys, we got Ditch and Switch is the next category on when I build our orders. I always look at nutritionals first, and then what ditch and switch products, which for us, we're not ditching any more products because we've already ditched all the toxic stuff, I think, for the most part. I mean, we did just switch our toilet paper. So that was a big one. Hard to get rid of Charmin. But anyway, you want, as the gatekeeper of your home, to keep as many of those toxins out of your home, right? Because you're exposed to them everywhere else you go. I think it's an illusion to say that you can be completely toxin-free anywhere outside your home. Even within your home, you can get close, but there's going to be things lurking in furniture and all that kind of stuff eventually. So you want to make the decisions that really help to make the biggest difference. And also you want products that work, right? Like that's a big thing. So many of the natural products don't work, or they're greenwashing and they say that they're natural, and then you look at the label and you're like, well then how come this is the poison control warning on here? The poison control warning, does this new bottle, because they repackaged the bottle, it's the same formula. So does it still have the same warning on there, or did it even take that off? There's first aid instructions, so they switched it. If swallowed, do not induce vomiting. Okay, they had to update it. They made it way more like correct. As far as like, you have to use all the proper verbiage. You can't do just what it used to do, which same formula. My favorite poison control warning on there was, if swallowed, drink plenty of water. because that's really all you need to do, because it's super safe, you guys. Super safe, super clean. It works so well, and it takes, like, this looks like, oh, that's a tiny little bottle, but it takes such a little amount to clean your dishes. So we love our Thieves dish soap. You can dilute this if you want to, because it is concentrated. Some people like to dilute theirs and mix it with a little baking soda and put it in another bottle and all that and get like 3 bottles out of the one. I have found personally that when we do that, we actually fly through it faster because we use a lot more of it, where when it's concentrated, you need so little that we can get through it pretty quickly. We don't go through it pretty quickly. We know to use the less amount. I said that backwards. Now I'm getting tongue-tied because I've been talking for way too long doing these 3 recordings. But Thieves dish soap, one of our favorites, and we're just restocking, trying to build up our store of that. I would love to get to where I have a year's supply of dish soap on hand, but that's going to take me a little bit as we are slowly building all of our other things. All right, and then the last thing I usually look at is what oils do we need, right? Young Living essential oils. We need some oils too. And oils can actually stretch your budget really far because 1, it only takes a few drops to do whatever you're wanting to do with it. And 2, some of them you're not reaching for daily. Some of them you are. So one of my favorite things that Young Living started doing about a year ago is they started doing a loyalty rewards exclusive deal. And so this month, one of those, or the one that it is this month, I should say, is Red Cedar Bliss. So you guys, right now in the month of October, if you do a loyalty rewards order with Young Living, you get 15% off, an additional 15% off on Red Cedar Bliss. I'm trying to think about how to talk about this oil as compliantly as I can. Number 1, it just smells amazing because you've got your red cedar in there and it's very grounding. There's also helichrysum in here, and I'm trying to think of what else off the top of my head. I believe clove, and we'll pull it back and read it. So you have orange, Laurus nobilis or bay leaf, clove, helichrysum, Boswellia carti, which is frankincense, western cedar, and western red cedar in here. It's not labeled as a supplement, I don't believe. Where is it? I gotta double check. See, I gotta stay compliant. So I wanna be able to keep making videos for you guys. And if I don't stay compliant, they're gonna pull me down. Place under tongue or in capsule. Okay, so this does have supplementary labeling, which means I should be able to talk about systems it supports. This would support your circulatory system. This would support your cardiovascular system. This would support your immune system. If you are local to me, let's get coffee and let me tell you about all of the really awesome things Red Cedar Bliss and why it was kind of rushed out in 2021. Okay, when Mary found the formula. So Red Cedar Bliss, 15% off this month. Then you guys, were almost to the free products. The last 2 things we ordered were Digest Essential Oil Blend, wonderful for digestive support if we were talking about the Vitality version. This is the topical aromatic, but I still love to use it right over like my belly button area. If we've gone out to eat and I've gotten some things I wasn't expecting, or hey, we're coming up to Thanksgiving, you guys, right? Like, Digest can be really helpful if you eat too much at Thanksgiving or any other holiday. It's very supportive. I like to put it under my tongue sometimes. I'm weird. I like the taste of it, but I also like bitters and things like that and tinctures. So I know this isn't totally normal, but if you lean that way too, I like to add Digest Vitality to some sparkling water and drink it almost like an aperitif before a meal. If you're unfamiliar and wondering why I keep saying Digest Vitality, but I'm holding a regular solid label Digest bottle here, it's the same oil, different bottle. I don't have a Vitality in front of me this month. The Vitality is just going to be 5 milliliter, and it's going to have a white label on it labeled for supplemental use, where your solid color label is labeled for topical aromatic. That's to make the FDA happy. Literally same oil in both bottles, just different usages on the label. But we choose to use them interchangeably in our home. And then the last thing we ordered, y'all, Cozy Chai, Simplified by Jacob and Kate. Now, when the Simplified line first launched, I was a little hesitant and I was thinking, why are we launching extra oil blends? We have so many blends, we have so many oils. We can make our own smell good candle blends. No, not like these. I love the simplified blends because it's super easy, especially in the areas like our living room where we have company over all the time. My company is not going to love necessarily the same oils. Now, Christmas spirit, they will likely love. Throw some of that and some thieves in the diffuser. Most people love those, right? But sometimes things like joy or frankincense or things like that, they pull up a lot of emotions for people. Where when you're talking about more of a candle blend that's created for the smell, but made with our oils, so they're still really, really pure, and still going to give you the same benefits, they're a little bit easier for people to handle, right? And it's a little easier entry point for some people to go, oh, I can just use a diffuser and the simplified oil instead of a toxic candle, right? So I really wanted to order the warm pumpkin spice. And I waited too long and it's gone. But I had just used up the rest of mine from last year. So I had to settle for Cozy Chai, which is fine because Cozy Chai is really lovely. I hadn't ordered it yet and I do love it. I love chai. And it's just, if you want another good fall, winter aroma, and you think of like curling up with a cozy cup of coffee, of chai, or not coffee, you could do coffee too, I guess, but that would not smell like this. It would smell like your chai. All right, we've got all of those ordered, free this month. Right now, you guys, Wild Notes. Uh-oh, I'm tapping the microphone. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to wearing a mic on my lapel. Wild Notes. If you're not familiar with Wild Notes yet, this is our sister company and making super pure perfumes. Again, using our oils and some additional other natural products. So using things like undenatured alcohol in there from sugarcane, instead of all of the denatured stuff that can cause all sorts of like respiratory issues that other brands use. It's incredibly clean. It is a separate website. I'll put my referral link down in the comments below because I do have a discount code for you. I have one for Young Living as well as for Wild Notes, so I'll include both of those down below. If you are not yet a Young Living customer or not yet a Wild Notes customer, either way, you can use those links down below. If it's been over a year since you've done a Young Living order and you don't even know what your account is anymore or anything like that, I'm happy to help you get restarted with that link down below as well. You can use that and my discount code that's down there as well. So be sure you check those out. Did I say in the comments? In the description below. But right now with every order and while supplies last, so I don't know how many more of these are coming out, but they're sending out samples. I'm so excited they're doing this. In your Young Living orders of the Wild Notes, the new aromas that are out, the new fragrances, Black Book that just released for the holidays, smells dreamy, and White Lie. And I was trying to think, the closest that I think of is like, okay, back in the day, I don't even know if these fragrances are still around, you guys, but before I knew anything about toxic chemicals or anything like that, I used to use Mary Kay. And I won't touch that anymore. Too many things in it, hormone disruptors, all different things. But they had two fragrances that I loved. Journey, and this kind of makes me think of Journey a little bit. The White Lie smells like Journey, or similar to it, has a similar profile. And then Black Book reminds me a little bit of Domain, the men's cologne that they have. So if that helps you at all, Those are my reference points in my brain. Somebody else may smell this and say, not at all. That's not what I think of, but I love that they're including those so you can smell them and get an idea of what they actually smell like before purchasing. And then your regular gifts with purchase. So this month at the 100 PV level on loyalty orders only, is a 15 milliliter bottle of eucalyptus globulus. Since we did 2 that hit that level, we have 2 bottles, but each loyalty order gets 1. And eucalyptus globulus, there's multiple types of eucalyptus. This is one that can be really good for muscles and any sore muscles and things like that. All eucalyptus do have respiratory benefits as well, so it can also be used that way. I love how fresh it smells in the diffuser. Like, I feel like eucalyptus is just a very uplifting and clean aroma. I like it for things like the bathroom and areas like that, or if in the afternoon I want just like an uplifting, bright kind of scent. That mixed with some citrus. You can also take it a different direction, mix it with some tree oils. And then the last thing in our orders this month, their gift with purchase, was at the 200 PV level. Goodness, Seasons Essentials. So far, I've never had to buy this oil, and I've given a lot of it out free. I do not tend to deal with seasonal, I can't use that word. When the seasons change, I don't experience a lot of discomfort during those times. And so that's not been something since cleaning up my diet and everything years ago. Like, I think I did a little bit after college, but not much for years. And so I don't use it frequently unless I know somebody's coming over that does. In the springtime, especially if there's a lot of things blooming and that kind of thing, I'll diffuse Seasons Essentials, especially if somebody is, like I said, coming over that I know struggles with discomfort in the seasons. But otherwise, I've mostly just given this out as samples to people, and I got some free when it first launched. It launched at the same time as Red Cedar Bliss, and it's basically taking our favorite LLP blend, lemon, lavender, and peppermint, which people used for many, many years, just mixing those 3 together ourselves to help with that seasonal discomfort. It's taking that and it's adding blue cypress to it. And I want to say there's one other thing. So it's kind of amping it up a little bit, essentially with your essentials. So Season Essentials, wonderful to use as a chest rub. You can diffuse it. You can put it on the bottoms of feet, between shoulder blades on the back, depending on where some of that discomfort tends to land in your body. You could even, I would be careful of this, getting it close to your eyes, but maybe dilute it, and you could put some across like your sinus areas if needed for a little relief in that area. But that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you for bearing with me on my 3rd take and so incredibly tongue-tied. But I would love to know, as always, if you use any of these products in different ways that you think she needs to know about this. Please let me know down in the comments. And if you, like I said, have not yet started with Young Living, or it's been over a year since you've ordered and you're thinking, I really would kind of love to get some of this stuff back in my home, I would love to be your Young Living friend and help you get that going. Check out my referral link down in the comments below, along with my discount code that is there. And I believe still, when this video goes live, don't quote me for sure, but I believe you get a free dish soap on a new order enrollment. Now, the dish soap will be the old classic bottle versus the newer branding, but still the same formula. Still fantastic dish soap. So, all right, friends, thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, take care.